You've probably heard this one because it's very Steve. Well, it's not very Steve, it's more Nigel. More than 400 Nigels from across the world have gathered at a village pub to celebrate being Nigel.
Brilliant.
Apparently the name Nigel has been on the brink of extinction in England and Wales, with fewer than 3 Nigels being born in 2016.
3 Nigels per year. Is that like a measurement of speed?
Yeah, there's just like graphs in some kind of war room, just following the names, and there's just like the Nigel crisis.
Yeah. What's the UK's NPY? What's
3. Oh no! World panic. Get Greta on it.
Fuck off. Japan's is 0. So it's like
fucking Japan, not helping with our Nigel problem.
Yeah.
Nigel Smith, who runs the Fleece Inn near Evesham, Worcestershire, said he wanted to do something to celebrate the dying breed. In total, 432 Nigels from 7 months old to 80 were at the Nigel night. There was a comedian called Nigel, 2 Nigel singers, and a woman even proposed to her boyfriend called Nigel on stage.
To be fair, like, I can't imagine a baby Nigel.
Yeah.
But if someone did call their kid Nigel, I'd probably be like, that kid's a legend.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not
Like
it's not more socially popular, I guess. But because of that, Nigel's just a funny name. And just a strong name, I guess. Conversation flowed easily because he didn't need to ask anybody's name. Mr. Smith said, Nigel, I'm Nigel. However, he added it was difficult.
You'll have name badges on.
just numbers instead. He said it was difficult to find anyone by calling their name because then just everybody turned around. Well done for that joke.
Yeah.
Genuinely. So sounded really bitter coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
No, it's fair enough. So many Nigels turned up, they couldn't fit in the pub and a marquee had to be set up. We're overflowing with Nigels.
Welcome to the Nigel Marquee.
So yeah, it's fair enough. Oh, in other news, you mentioned it before, but in classic pulling teeth style, I think you might not have followed through. You were going to run a marathon, weren't you? Did you run a marathon?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, you didn't do that. Well, good thing you didn't. A Kansas runner has died after being hit by lightning as he neared the finish line of his 31-mile marathon.
See, that could have been me.
If anything has changed, getting hit by lightning in a marathon's climate change. Oh, lightning's hilarious.
That's
has always been
sign
funny.
from God.
Yeah,
Like that.
It's always been lightning's been been a common theme in our podcast and sense of humour since episode 2.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, with the deer on the hill.
Yeah, in Norway,
Yeah.
something like 300 deer got hit by lightning and all just died. And there were like others left dying, and it was just like that's imagine seeing that. Imagine being at a marathon finish line and being like, you can do it, just a little bit. Bang! Fuck! And they're usually for charity, right? So God didn't support those charitable causes.
Well, he didn't finish, so no money for the kids.
I hate Great Ormond Street. No money for Great Ormond Street, please. Bang! It's so unlikely to get hit by lightning.
Yeah,
when running as well. I don't know whether that makes it more or less. I guess there might be some more energy in you to be attracted to lightning, to the sky. But like, it's a marathon. There's going to be trees and stuff that it could maybe hit, although maybe it doesn't hit trees as much as
it's just the fact that there's like
does.
there's crowds of people and like
the
and
one
you're
person
in the
doing
streets,
a good thing.
and it's the one person in the middle of the otherwise empty street that gets hit.
Yeah, who's just got their second wind as they've seen the finish line and been like, oh, this has all been for something. Just bang. Harsh, but that's an example of that maybe people don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Or don't want to joke about that. But that's fucking hilarious. Right? If I'm gonna and when I say that, I'd love for if I was gonna die like that, I'd be happy dying like that. That'd be a great way to go.
Yeah, that's not a like that's a pretty good gravestone, but it just has to be worded properly.
Yeah, ran to heaven or whatever. Because it's not at his expense. I guess it is because we're making light of the grief of these people.
Yeah.
But if you died because you got hit by lightning, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it would just be a constant laugh that's happening for this horrible situation. And it's because, I think what it is, to knuckle this down very briefly, is the reason people don't want to laugh about stuff is because they feel like you're taking away from their pain, or you don't want to, they're trying to avoid the reality of death, is what I think it is in this example. And if you accept that death is inevitable and it's going to happen and life is a bastard, there's nothing you can do about it. If you're going like, if we don't make jokes, maybe his family will be happier. You go, I can kind of see that. But if people make jokes about my dog and how my dog died, that story makes me laugh every time. Helps me get through the whole thing. It's just a case of not trying to hide away from it, I think. But there's a good reason for people to hide away from things. It's just not permanently. Right. Sometimes you need your own space. And that's where you get all these insensitivity, trigger warning kind of stuff. Stuff like, take something like homophobia, right? Homophobia is a hate crime. It's a terrible thing to do. But someone's resistance to homophobia needs to increase if they're to exist in the world, right? So when you're first at your most vulnerable and raw, you may want to hide yourself away from all the homophobia going on in the world. If it's inevitable and you accept that people are bastards, and there's always going to be some dickhead on the internet who's going to throw insults. Yeah. When you first realize you've got that vulnerability, you may need to hide away from it for a while. But if you want to function in reality, in the real world, and interact with people on the internet, you're going to have to accept that people are going to be homophobic. So you just have to build up your resistance. So for a brief period of time, if you're grieving, for example, then maybe this might not be the right thing for you. Might be. That's in laughing about it, whatever. But you need to be brought back into the fold, I think, of general population, where you have to be like, he's a dickhead. You just have to laugh it off or make fun of him, or you can't let it affect you as much as it does forever. You need to build up resistance. So, lightning included. There are reports of strong to severe storms in the region ahead of the race. 17 others... In the US this year, 17 people have been killed by lightning. In a Facebook post on Sunday, organisers of the Flat Rock race wrote, Thomas's family said that the chances of being killed by a lightning strike are about 1 in a million. And, I'll add regrettably, Thomas was truly a 1 in a million guy.
Right.
So, 1 in a million guy is going to die in a 1 in a million way. Unfortunately, regrettably, he was a 1 in a million person, so that's why he got struck.
In a way, he's very lucky that he was killed.
Very fortunate. Lucky but unfortunate, put it that way. They're raising money in a fundraiser to help the family. Again, another good thing to do. You go, something shit happened, we'll laugh about it, make people uncomfortable. But donate money if you want to help them out. In other romance news, was that a romantic story, running a marathon? I think so. Run 31 miles.
Yeah, why did that come under romance?
Because I didn't organise my notes properly. I didn't think about the videos before I got here, really. In other romantic news, a Utah woman was attacked by a bison in the same park where her date had also been gored by a bison.
The romance. It's always vague. It's like, romantic somewhere. So they had a date here somewhere.
Yeah, a guy and a girl went on say it was their first date.
Yeah.
The guy, 3 months ago, went on a date to the same park and got gored by a bison.
I know, I'll take my date here, where I got hospitalised by this wild animal.
Yeah, I guess that would be a story you could open up with, like, how have you been?
It's a conversation.
What do you do? Gored by a bison.
What's with that horn sticking out of your chest?
Why are you angry at my red scarf? It's like, it's just leftover bison. I can take you to where it happened, actually, and can talk you through it. Let's get attacked by another bison. I hope that's exactly how it happened. It was actually right here, and I made this noise. And then just suddenly, where have you gone?
So was she attacked this time?
They take it in turns. Kaylee Davis, 22, was taking a sunset hike on Friday on a trail at Antelope Island. Is there many bisons on Antelope Island?
That's why you don't expect to be attacked there.
If anything, I'd expect an antelope.
Yeah.
I didn't know bison could swim. Oh, no, everyone knows bison can they swim? I'm surprised that reindeer can swim, but that's a whole thing for them. They swim like loads.
I think most animals can swim.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
She stepped off the path to steer clear of the animal when it started charging towards her, but it flipped her 15 feet into the air. I go around the bison, like off the trail away from him, and there's actually 4 bikers coming down the trail. I think they spooked him, she told the news. That's when he flipped me in the air. Even though the attack lasted for just a few seconds, it seemed like it was in slow motion. I'm up in the air thinking, what's going to happen after this? Sorry, what's going to happen to me after this? Same thing. She suffered a broken ankle and a badly cut calf. After landing, the bison hovered over her. Jesus Christ. Supernatural bison on Antelope Island. I guess it loomed over her and started digging in its hooves to charge again.
Oh.
But then it just walked away. You're boring. I gored someone 3 months ago. I don't need this shit.
Get up. Get up. She was thinking while in midair.
What's going to happen?
Like a freeze frame from an 80s movie. Well, I suppose you're wondering how we got here.
It all started in Milwaukee. Her partner, who was previously gored, that was his first visit at the park as well. Davis and Bourgeau, that's his name, Kyler Bourgeau, I think that's how you pronounce it, said they don't plan on any future dates at the park. Yeah, don't.
No, you've been twice and it's kind of ended the same way.
The last 2 times you've gone to this park, Kyle, someone's been attacked by a bison. But they still want to volunteer at the visitor centre, a safe distance away from most bison.
Yeah.
Like the park.
Yeah.
It's not that area
We will
anymore.
volunteer as long as we can have a court-ordered restraining order on the bison.
Something to be fucking do.